Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we welcome you to the Sportsmen's Lodge as tonight, Lights Out Promotions, in association with Bash Entertainment, present to you CXF California Xtreme Fighting. Tonight's fights are sanctioned and supervised by the California State Athletic Commission, their executive officer Andy Foster, their chairman John Caravelli, event supervisor in attendance Brett Perea. The judging officials for tonight's fight are the Honorable Dr. Nelson Hamilton, Ron McCarthy, Jackie Dinkin, and the godfather of grappling, living legend judo Gene LaBelle. Your doctors at ringside are Dr. Blair Crampton and Dr. Robert Ruelas, your timekeeper, Sean Lichty. And now we're bringing you 3 rounds of MMA action before us. This fight is sponsored by 9/11 Tax Relief. First, in the blue corner, wearing black with white, he weighed in at 145.5 pounds, he stands 5'10". Hailing out of the House of Champions in Dallas, California, and Systems Training Center with a record of 1-4-1, introducing Derion, the Chapman. And in the red corner, wearing red, at a weight of 148 pounds, he stands 5'7". From Riverside, California, he's fighting out of Flow MMA, a veteran MMA fighter with over 30 fights. Here is Bobby the Kid Sanchez. Your referee for tonight's fight, Mylan Ayers.
All right, fight fans, we are back. Joining me in the booth is living legend himself, the fight professor, Stephen Quadros. We are about to get underway. Mylan Ayers, the third man in charge of the action. We got Derion Chapman in the blue corner and Bobby Sanchez fighting out of the red corner. We are all set and ready to go.
Round 1, you ready to fight? Round 1, you ready to fight? Fight.
All right, touch of the gloves and we're underway.
Chapman, we see Chapman still has a lot of that frenetic energy, trying to stab that right jab out there, get something going, maybe a straight left hand behind it.
Now, I get to pick your brain sitting next to the fight professor. It looks like Bobby Sanchez is staying planted. Do you think that's a sign he's looking for the legs, looking for the takedown?
I think he's going to want to definitely go for a takedown, and sometimes he wants to get Chapman to commit to a punch, that way he can get a duck under, get a body lock, or a scoop up, a single or double leg takedown.
Chapman pawing with the jab, looking to establish his range. He's going to have a couple inches with his hands there. But Bobby Sanchez staying right in the middle, circling to his right.
Chapman, one of the things that he could do here is throw a front kick to the face, because it's really hard to grab a face kick, a front kick. The roundhouse kick, oh, there we go. Sanchez opening up with that left hook.
Little slight exchange, nice inside leg kick from Chapman. Sanchez ducks under for the takedown. Chapman sprawls away, but Sanchez has the leg, pushes him back against the cage, turns the corner nicely, and now Bobby Sanchez in top position.
Yeah, and we see that Chapman is trying to fish for that left guillotine, but he doesn't really have the chin yet. So he's going to pretty much have his back to the floor, try and work that. He's got the right butterfly underhook, but now it's Sanchez is taking control and getting into half guard.
Locking down that half guard, Bobby Sanchez sponging Derion Chapman right here, but not able to let anything loose yet. Looks like he's trying to get position first.
Yeah, Chapman is going to try and get a hip escape on this side, but all the weight for Sanchez is going to work for him, and he's moving right into side control. He's almost got side control, going to pull that right leg out of the guard of Chapman, and there it is, Sanchez on top, and I think that bombs are imminent here for Sanchez.
Derion Chapman controlling the posture somewhat here, fishing for it, looking like he's shrimping for an escape, maybe bringing his legs high, but Bobby Sanchez in firm control here. Now working out of the open guard.
A couple of those elbows on the shoulder, that's a really good game plan for Chapman on the bottom, because that'll tire out the arms to keep those bombs away, as Sanchez is thinking, I got to start punching this guy.
Sanchez now looking to his feet, I call this the Joe Daddy Stevenson position.
Sanchez got to be careful of that omoplata. Chapman doing some good work here, going for He's fishing, but he doesn't really have a good position for the armbar here. He's going for the leg though.
He's elevating those legs. Looks like a triangle.
Triangle. Oh. This is bad for Sanchez. He's going to try to slam his way out, but he could slam his way back into the choke.
That triangle's tight.
Just got to pull that head. He's almost got him. When you're on the side like that, he's
Chapman!
Wow!
Derion Chapman with a nice triangle submission finish over the much more experienced Bobby Sanchez. That's got to be a huge win for Derion Chapman.
You know, Derion Chapman really kept his cool on the bottom because he potentially was going to get eaten up with strikes, but he kept his guard active, shifting from side to side, going for an omoplata, going for an upside down armbar, and then finally got the triangle. And that was really good work off of his back for the kickboxer.
You know, it looked like Bobby Sanchez was trying to establish position, and Derion Chapman never gave up his back. He really pushed off the mat, kept going from hip to hip, elevating with his legs, constantly a threat from the bottom. And to me, that's textbook fighting from the bottom right there. Great job by Derion Chapman.
It was really good. I think if if Sanchez goes back and watches this fight, he's going to probably think, why didn't I pull the trigger? Why didn't I start blitzing this guy a little bit with punches? Because that's one of the things that'll get a guy out of a guard game plan. Because if you don't punch at the guy, he's going to manipulate you and try and choke you, and he did that. And one thing, Gabriel Rudiger is in the corner of Chapman, but so is Bernie Hoopland, who's one of my old training partners at House of Champions.
I wonder if probably have to shout out to Gabe Rudiger on that one. That looked like I had Gabe Rudiger's name written all over that triangle.
Yeah, that was definitely, Gabe's got to be proud of that.
And as a fighter, Derion Chapman showing big improvement in the one area that he was lacking. His ground game is definitely getting better. And after a stellar amateur career, his pro career didn't get off the way it started, but he seems to be on the right path now.
Great win for him. His corner's got to be proud, and he's got to be proud. And he was doing well at defending the takedown at the early part of the fight. He finally got scooped, but he made Sanchez pay.
All right, looks like they're about ready to turn it over to the veteran ring announcer, Chris Gregory, for the official decision. I got to thank you once again, the fight professor, Steven Quadros, my man, my mentor. Thank you so much for coming by the booth and chatting it up with us.
Jonathan, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much. We've been buddies ever since we met, and I really respect the work you're doing. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a round of applause for these fighters. Let's hear it. Fight fans, this fight comes to an end. 3 minutes, 12 seconds of round one. Your winner by tap out to the triangle choke in the blue corner, Derion Chapman. And also a big round of applause for his opponent, Bobby Sanchez.